Alright, here's my new pivot design. I have it clamped with this little clamp on a piece of metal held under this piece of metal just so so it's held there so I can hold the camera while I show you how well it pivots. It's not that fancy. Two pieces of steel that act as the handle. There's a little block back here that's welded to these two. Everything's rounded. It's a lot thicker than what it normally would be, but that's just what I had at the time. You can see the ball bearings in there, and the two button head screws on either side. I made a tube that's threaded with the set screw inside. I'll show you how well it pivots. So if you take it and just swing it, you can see how it works really well. And of course you tune it, you can tune it to however much you want. But yeah, it's got hardly any friction on it. You can also see that there's no play in it at all. Like it's not, you know, you don't have any jiggleness in it. My bobblehead jiggles when I do this though. But yeah, it's really solid. You don't have any movement this way, and like I said, it pivots just beautifully. And of course it can all be adjusted by tightening these. You take out one and then adjust your set screw to where you want it and then tighten it down a little bit more. Thinking about changing it maybe a little bit, and then between the set screw and the button head screw maybe putting in a piece of little copper disc or a piece of hard rubber, something like that, so that you can, even though you have it set against the set screw, it still gives you a little bit more ability to cinch it down just a touch more, so you don't have to rely on super fine control of the depth of the set screw. But other than that, everything, like I said, everything works really good. Yeah, and these ball bearings aren't even greased or anything. They're just dry. So once you grease them, put a little bit of WD-40 in there or a little bit of high pressure synthetic lubricant. It makes it just run awesome. So I hope it makes it so you can able to understand it. It doesn't really focus that well on there, but yeah, in the real knife there'll be less spacing than this, but in my drawing online I have about, I don't know, 10 thou shown, but that's just how I drew it. I was planning on anywhere between 20 to 30. But yeah, it works amazingly well. So hope that answers your questions.